The Mirror 2 comes in three pieces. One piece is a fiberglass enclosure housing a PLC control unit, power supplies, and terminal blocks for electrical connections. The second piece is a 10-inch color touchscreen operator panel. The third piece is a conventional Ethernet network cable. The touchscreen may be mounted anywhere in the gin and is connected to the fiberglass control box with Ethernet cable. The cable provided is only for short runs or testing the components. You may want to use a longer conventional Cat5 Ethernet cable available at electronic supply stores to mount the screen up to 300 feet away from the control box. If a remote screen or multiple mirror display screens are desired, these are readily available and you only need to plug one in and connect it to power to enjoy this convenience. Wireless connect options are also available. The fiberglass enclosure is the heart of the mirror system and all sensor wires will terminate inside it. It is normally mounted at the console or close to it. The Mirror 2 requires 120 volt AC power to operate. We recommend that this power source be on constantly to avoid the loss of moisture graphing, which is erased with each loss of power. Existing sensor wires from Samuel Jackson devices can be connected directly into the mirror without modification. Each Samuel Jackson moisture sensor has 4 wires. 2 of the wires carry 24 volt DC to operate the transmitter, and 2 carry the 4 to 20 milliamp electrical signal that the transmitter uses to communicate to the moisture mirror. Note that there is a separate power supply inside the mirror for each sensor. This is to achieve total electrical isolation. Do not share a sensor power supply with any other device. The mirror is capable of accepting a signal for incoming moisture, moisture at the overflow, lint moisture, and up to 3 cotton flow signals. In addition to a wide assortment of Samuel Jackson sensors, the mirror is compatible with many other sensors on the market to give you maximum flexibility and choice. Let's take a look at a typical sensor installation. On this hotbox installation, the transmitter is found in the fiberglass enclosure. 2 spark plug wires carry the resistance signal to the transmitter. These wires should never exceed about 30 inches. They connect here on terminals 1 and 2 of the transmitter. Terminals 9 and 10 on the transmitter are 24 volt DC supply. Terminals 3 and 5 are the 4 to 20 milliamp signal. Terminal 7 is ground and should be connected with a 12 gauge wire to the equipment where the sensor is mounted. Connect a short jumper between terminal 7 and terminal 2 on the transmitter for best accuracy. When 24 volt DC is present on the transmitter, 2 red lights will illuminate, showing that the transmitter is working. Some transmitters have a small power switch. If you do not see the red lights, make sure this switch is turned on. Use this technique to make connections to all of the Samuel Jackson moisture sensors in the gin. The service manual contains details of which wire numbers correspond to each sensor. Now that we have the information flowing into the moisture mirror, it's time to connect the information flowing out of the mirror. The mirror can automatically set the drying system temperature in the gin based on how wet the incoming cotton is. The mirror, combined with the Samuel Jackson moisture sensor, is the fastest device available to both sense and control drying system burners. If an automatic cotton classing and control system is used to govern drying system temperature based on leaf grade, the Moisture Mirror 2 can respond to its signal while still providing the gin with fast response needed to take care of unexpected changes in the incoming cotton. In this situation, think of the mirror as an accelerator of the classing unit's control action. The mirror intercepts the electrical signal coming from the classing system to the burners with 2 wires. The Mirror 2 provides the ability to easily connect and control 3 Samuel Jackson burners or other burners with controls capable of accepting the 4 to 20 milliamp signal. By removing jumpers on the unit, an additional 3 burners may be controlled for a total of 6 burners controlled from a single mirror. The first burner wires to terminals 60 and 61, the second to 82 and 83, and the third to 86 and 87. See the service manual for expansion instructions for the next 3 burners. Depending upon the sensors and the application apparatus available, the moisture mirror is capable of precisely controlling the amount of moisture applied to the lint cotton at the press. The lint moisture sensor must have a high degree of stability and repeatability. This feature works well and responds quickly when used with the embedded sensor on the steamroller lint conditioner. Naturally, the moisture application apparatus must be powerful and forgiving so that if the mirror requests an increased level of moisture during cold ginning conditions to meet the operator's request, A choke will not occur in the machine due to condensate or moisture buildup. The example we will use is a Samuel Jackson steamroller equipped with an embedded resistance moisture sensor. This will be used in conjunction with the Samuel Jackson model HU60-1255 humid air unit. There is a photoelectric scanner associated with the humid air unit that is used to determine when lint cotton is present in the system. This scanner will also connect to the moisture mirror at terminals 70 and 71. Depending on the model of the humid air unit being used and its control system, there are various methods of connecting the mirror to the humid air unit. If you own a 12 series humid air unit or earlier, it may be equipped with Honeywell digital temperature controllers. If this is the case, there are some special purpose electronic cards that will need to be added to the Honeywell controllers to communicate with the mirror. See the service manual for more details on these requirements and the wiring for controller programming associated with them. If you own a 14 series humid air unit, simply connect it to a Moisture Mirror 2 via standard Ethernet cable. This will provide the humid air unit with a universal remote control that will handle all Sam Jackson products in the GEN, as well as eliminate all control wiring between the mirror and the humid air unit when using fully automatic control. A flow analyzer is available for use with the mirror. This will allow the operator to see cotton flow early instead of waiting for cotton to arrive at the overflow to verify feed rate settings. If a flow analyzer is to be connected to the mirror to permit the operator to view cotton flow into the GEN, note that it is important for the installing electrician to pay particular attention to the wiring of each load sensor for this function. It is phase sensitive, and putting the current sensor on the wrong phase or reversing it will make the readout impossible to use. The flow analyzer sensors connect to the mirror here. These wires carry very low voltage and are safe to handle. The sensors at the motor control center should only be connected by a qualified electrician as they carry 480 volts. See the service manual for calibration instructions for each flow analyzer sensor. If you want the genning rate displayed on the mirror summary screen, you need to connect a Bell-made relay signal to terminals 14 and 15 in the mirror control box. Do not apply voltage to these terminals. There are special features in the mirror that permit the operator to automatically energize relay contacts based on high incoming moisture, cotton surges from the module feeder, or to turn off conditioning hoppers when wet cotton arrives. We recommend reviewing these options in the service manual before installation so that the best automatic control strategy for your GEN may be developed and the wires and controls modified accordingly.